Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Takashi Hara. This channel is my life journey of filmmaking and acting and just chat about all my Japanese cultural things or anything. So how you guys doing? Thank you for watching my last episode. Just have a 4 or 5 month break in between, and then later I came back to this channel and because I want to make contents and hope luckily safely we finished the 2 movies project I've been working on the post-production. And in the beginning, unfortunately, I have to tell you guys one not that happy news, but it's okay news. So the news is one of the biggest film festival, genre film festival in North America. It's called Fantasia Film Festival. We really wanted to submit and get some screening and a world premiere there. Unfortunately, we didn't select it. So that's the one news update, but it's okay. So we still have we made the 2 movies. One is 5x5 and Echo 8 Beyond. We submitted a couple multiple major action genre, not only the action but genre film festivals in North America, and also the 5x5 I submit for some Japanese film festival too. So hopefully get it, one of each. But you know what? I'd like to share what Phoenix Eye, what our production team think about the film festivals. Of course, if we get one of the major film festivals, that's a really great thing for us and for the film and for the cast and crews and everyone. But mainly more for meet the new people or join the community or something connect to next, or can be a marketing. You know, a lot of big press is coming and then even made some articles and stuff. That's great. But overall, we are low-budget independent filmmakers. Both films is actually made by under 20 grand each. So we are also shared a couple of the equipment like a camera or sound or like editing suite. I edit both films, VFX, sound. So all the stuff is all included. So still really, what it's called, grassroots. The Mario always say like grassroots type of filmmaking, what we're normally doing. So this time, even if we don't get it, but it's still okay because we still have a December Sydney premiere in this December, both films. So it's still, I think it's pretty cool. And then we might do some setup for all the big posters and like billboards and stuff. And we want to allocate more marketing cost rather than just keep submitting all the different film festivals. Of course, it's still cost. So we might more focus on our own project, and could be works. That could be works. So anyhow, I'll going back to Sydney December for the screening anyway. So yeah, if you're watching this video from Sydney, I'll be there in December. And later I go back to Japan to see my family, of course. So that's our production update. And also another update is last month is May. The 4th be with you, like a Star Wars week, right? So this is another happy news. I would like to announce my latest fan-based short film just released. It's called Star Wars Asian recreation of Star Wars. My actor filmmaker friend, Japanese, she's really cool. She's also a professional dancer based in Vegas. And one day she called me and she wanted to work on a new project on her team. And so what basically she's doing, she's Japanese American, half Japanese, half American Japanese. She said her concept is actually pretty cool. What if all the major white Caucasian actors film, but something story or like a context is actually based on Asian background story, how we can recreate the scene. So that's what she's trying. More like a fun-based project, but the half fun-based project, but still really good message because, like for example, her last YouTube video. If you go to, so just please check, there's a YouTube channel called Asian Recreation. Is that correct? Asian Recreation. Yeah. Recreation. Oh, let me double check. Recreation. So Recreation. So the last project she did, I'll put the link below on my description. So what she's doing, the last one is Ghost in the Shell, because of course apparently Ghost in the Shell is written in Japanese. It's a Japanese comic book based, and then Mamoru Oshii, who directed it, is a Japanese, and the story based in Japan, like future Japan. And the live action version of Hollywood, unfortunately, for some reason, the main character is played by Scarlett Johansson. So nothing wrong with her. She's a gorgeous actress. She's very good presence in performance and acting. But is it really works? Because it's supposed to be Japanese character, Shosa. So, oh man, I forgot her name. What's her character? My God, Motoko. Motoko is her character. Motoko. The name is Motoko. It's a Japanese character. Of course, she's a robot body, but it's a Japanese character. Why Motoko, Japanese character played by Caucasian actress? It's a lot of politics in Hollywood. So she against it. So she made one of the she come to the mom scene to talk to her mom. She just played and they made it. It's actually a pretty cool concept. So this time the Star Wars, of course, it's made by George Lucas. However, he loves Japanese culture, and then he inspired by lots of samurai films, especially for the Akira Kurosawa. Like for example, all the sword fighting stuff and all the Japanese armor stuff. So that's why like Darth Vader's helmet or some Empire's helmet, it looks like a samurai armor. So, and a Jedi, looks like a Jedi's costume, looks like a little bit like Japanese gi style. So this time really cool, and another co-director called Axel. These guys do a really good job. So the concept, we just pick up only one scene from the last scene of The Empire Strikes Back. The last lightsaber fight scene with the Luke, with the Darth Vader, and then the Luke's hands cut off, and all the scene, and he jumped off the cliff thing. We filmed in Mount Charleston in Las Vegas. It's actually last year. Is it last year? Yeah, last year. It's January, February, March. Right after I finished my Echo 8 project, coming back on a 1 week later. Just because I've been doing it, directing, and now I'm just changed my mind. Okay, focus, Takashi. It's a focus just for acting. That's good. So if you check the Asian Recreation, and in my latest episode I was playing Darth Vader, Japanese Darth Vader, with the Japanese armor, with the lightsaber, and I also choreographed an action sequence. And if you're gonna watch it, please enjoy it. That's actually a pretty fun video, and actually fun to work on that too. Yeah, they always, only work as an acting. It's actually quite fun. So back to the Star Wars topic. Mandalorian and Grogu I watched yesterday. It's actually pretty cute. Of course, I love Mandalorian series, but unfortunately I stopped watching after the episode season 2, because the last episode of season 2 I cried. Oh, Luke, Grogu, goodbye. Oh, Luke Skywalker, wow. And after I start watching a Boba Fett, and I get bored, unfortunately. I'm sorry. I shouldn't say that one because I'm a director. I still respect all the filmmakers. But for some reason, I feel missing something over there. So I stopped watching. But, 2026, Mandalorian, Grogu, wow, the movie's coming. And I asked my colleague, he's a big Star Wars fan, and then, oh yes, Takashi, you must watch Boba Fett and then season 3 of Mandalorian. And then, fine, okay, but I don't want to watch the Boba Fett bits. Which episode should I watch? And then he just told me, okay, last 3 episodes, that's only the Mandalorian part. Okay, and I actually, for my recap, I actually watched again, and I go back to Mandalorian and watch the Boba Fett. Start from episode 5. I didn't watch episode 1 to 4 actually. I just skip maybe episode 1 a little bit and I get bored. I just skip everything. Oh my God, episode 5 of season 2.5, Boba Fett, that was great. What I like about it, I can feel the director's passion and love to respect the original Star Wars. And you know what? What makes most surprise scene is one of the starship when the Mandalorian Mandy, he has to go to the travel to Tatooine. So when he go to the ship, it's like a TSA, like a security check, right? And he has a lots of weapons, like kind of John Wick, kind of Matrix, kind of comedy, scene. He has lots of weapons, right? And then the picker droid, and I'm like surprised. Oh my God, this droid! I only know this guy because you know what? It's actually the character not from the original Star Wars. That droid is actually come from the Star Wars 1987. Wow, because I was born in 1984, and all my childhood, my favorite Star Wars content is actually not the original Star Wars. Not even a lightsaber. I don't care a lightsaber actually. Well, yeah, I do some samurai sword fighting. I love sword fighting, but my childhood is actually not the original film. I love episode 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, but the best Star Wars content for me, where I grew up, is actually Disneyland, Tokyo Disneyland Star Tours. That's my favorite. I always wanted to go to the trench, dogfight scene with the, Star Tours, and then, I always say, "Hey, Captain Rex." So the droid name called Captain Rex, and is a really, really nice comedy character. He's the, "Oh, hey guys, welcome to this flight. Today is your first flight," and yeah, mine too. Today's my first flight, and he got lots of like mistakes and went to the wrong direction, and they don't have that one anymore. You can see only on some like archive footage on the YouTube. Oh man, that was the best. Even I went to the new version of Star Wars. Now you can wear the 3D glasses on Star Tours. Nah, not as... I don't feel anything. It's more like a VFX friendly, you know what I mean? Like a VFX friendly, but not the feeling of the physical miniature, the camera going in through the miniature set, and they go through the trench fight scene, dogfight, and fast, and then all the comedy beats and like texture. You feel like you in the universe. You feel in the universe. That was my favorite Star Wars. But anyhow, so Mandalorian is lots of respect for that era of the 80s, 90s tone of texture for it. So that's why I love it. And then after I watched the Boba Fett, so back to Mandalorian, I watched the season 3, and I'm sorry, again, as a director, maybe I shouldn't say this one, because if I keep talking about the movie review or TV show review, maybe not good for me to work in the industry. However, can I be honest with you? For the Mandalorian season 3, I get really bored again. So I just want to watch the Mandy and the Grogu. That's it. So unfortunately, I skipped all the other scenes, all the other sub-characters story, all the, starship fighters, X-Wing fighters story, or like some politician guy's story, or whatever, some like a empire, like a rebellions kind of story. I'm sorry, I really don't have an interest in all these other characters for some reason. This is the only issue of all the franchise of the Star Wars thing, because Star Wars is originally the story of Luke Skywalker's family, or can be the Anakin Skywalker's story from the 1 to 6, 4 to 6, Luke Skywalker's story. So after no Skywalker family, it's nothing, no point to watch the Star Wars series. But of course, I still like some franchise, like for example, I like Rogue One. I enjoy the Solo, and then this Mandalorian. I like it because I feel some sort of respect to the original contents in the universe. So yeah, but that's it. So, but only these characters have an interest, but something outside, I don't know, maybe I'm sorry for if you're watching this one, you are the big Star Wars fan. Oh, Takashi, you should watch this TV show. Maybe you should watch Andor. Usually a lot of people actually ask me to watch Andor because I attended for the workshop of the Sundance things that my wife's doing, Maria's doing that one, and actually I saw the archive of the webinar from the writer, director, showrunner of the Andor, and it actually sounds really cool story about the more like human side. Maybe I might need to watch, but overall, as a Star Wars fan, because I love too much original Star Wars universe, that's why a bit challenge to watch the franchise of the Star Wars. But anyhow, maybe if I get a chance, I might need to watch. Okay, so back to Mandalorian. Then I watched it, just keep skipping. Okay, something going on. I forget who's the Bo-Katan or which character. I have no idea what the main character of the top of the Mandalorian tribe thing. And I'm sorry, I just skip all the episode, and I just want to keep watching the Baby Yoda. But anyhow, and then yesterday we went to the IMAX. So Mandalorian and Grogu, you have to watch in IMAX. I highly recommend to watch in IMAX because first, the sound design. The sound design is actually, music's pretty good. So the IMAX sounds really good. Second, if you don't watch the IMAX, because they film the IMAX means a little bit more rectangle size, so the screen can be a bit shorter in a regular cinema, which means the top and the bottom part will be cut off. I want you to be hyperspace drive, go to in a wide screen. You feel like like a Star Tours. So I want you to be feeling the Star Tours. So that part of experience, I actually really enjoy the Mandalorian and Grogu. Story-wise, drama-wise, it's a very simple, nothing complex. It's actually just easy to watch. I can tell because that's more for kids-friendly film. It's made by Disney, of course. So that's why maybe this is just for popcorn film. So with your kids, bring your kids to the movie cinema, with IMAX, and then the kids enjoy. Oh, the Baby Yoda's so cute. I mean, and then if you were my generation, and they take your kids out there, it can be a really nice family weekend, cinema movie weekends. So I think that's the best way to watch this Mandalorian and Grogu. Yeah. So that's my experience of the Star Wars week last month. Yeah, so I think that's all for today. Just quick my vlog. Again, so Echo 8 Trilogy things, we can keep still going on. We still have a premiere in December in Sydney. Then after we still working on for distribution. The original Echo 8 is the Cameron movie. Original Echo 8 is already on Amazon Prime, Tubi, YouTube movie, most of the major platforms you can watch. And the next two movies, of course, we planning to go the similar way to all the different platform services. So what's the major point of doing this? Because film festival, can be a title. But rather than get the title, if we get the title, that's great. Of course, Marian and I, a lot of film festival from the original Echo 8. Actually, we won 22 hours. But that's not the major thing. We want to deliver the story. We want this movie to watch for as many as people watch this film, and then, enjoy or think, and then, maybe get some new idea, new senses, or to enjoy the action. It's okay, just naturally enjoy the action, or maybe enjoy the drama, enjoy the story Elizabeth made, like a psychological thriller thing. Anything. The hundreds of ways to enjoy this movie. So to achieve this, we want deliver this film as many as people possible. So that's our main aim. So so the Echo Trilogy, we're working on that one. And then Star Wars Week, if you get a chance, just check Asian Recreation, and Star Wars. That's the latest episode of their YouTube channel. You can watch on the YouTube or you can watch on Instagram. I put the link below in the description. And then I'm playing the Darth Vader, so please watch. And then I enjoy the Mandalorian Grogu. So if you haven't go to the cinema yet, make sure watch in IMAX. All right. All right. Thanks for watching. Maybe see you next episode and next week. All right. Bye.